Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about Atomic Habits by James Clear and some of the important lessons I learned from this book. Lesson number 1. Focus on small, incremental changes. One of the key ideas in Atomic Habits is that making small, consistent improvements over time is more effective than trying to make massive changes all at once. This is because small, incremental changes are easier to maintain, and they can build momentum and gradually lead to significant progress. Clear calls these small changes atomic habits, and he suggests that we should focus on building these tiny habits that we can sustain consistently over time. For example, instead of trying to run 5 miles every day, we could start by committing to running for just 5 minutes each day. By making the habit small and achievable, we increase the likelihood of sticking to it and building momentum. Furthermore, Clear argues that small changes are more likely to become automatic and part of our daily routine. By repeating the habit consistently over time, we train our brain to associate the habit with a particular cue or context, making it more likely to occur automatically without requiring conscious effort. Overall, the lesson of small, incremental changes is about focusing on progress, not perfection. By making small improvements consistently over time, we can achieve our goals in a sustainable and effective way. As Clear puts it, small habits may seem insignificant on their own, but they add up over time and create a compound effect that can lead to remarkable results. Lesson number 2. Make good habits obvious. Habit tracking is the process of monitoring and measuring our habits. Clear argues that habit tracking is a crucial tool for building good habits because it helps us to stay accountable, measure our progress, and identify areas where we need to improve. There are many different ways to track habits, ranging from simple paper-based systems to sophisticated digital apps. The important thing is to find a method that works for you and that you can consistently use. By tracking our habits, we can identify patterns and trends in our behavior. We can see when we're most likely to slip up or when we're consistently sticking to our habits. This information can then be used to adjust our habits or refine our systems to make them more effective. Furthermore, habit tracking helps us to stay motivated and accountable. When we can see our progress and the positive impact that our habits are having on our lives, we're more likely to stick to them and continue making progress towards our goals. Overall, the lesson of habit tracking is about using data and feedback to improve our habits. By monitoring our behavior and measuring our progress, we can identify areas where we need to improve and make adjustments to ensure that our habits are supporting our goals. As Clear puts it, measurement can be a powerful motivator. Once we start measuring something, we naturally want to improve it. Lesson number 3. Identify the cues and rewards that drive our habits. Habit stacking is a technique that involves stacking new habits onto existing ones. The idea is to use existing habits as a trigger or cue for new habits, making it easier to build and maintain the new habit. For example, if you want to start a new habit of doing push-ups each morning, you could stack it onto an existing habit of making your bed. So, as soon as you finish making your bed, you immediately do a set of push-ups. By doing this consistently, you'll begin to associate the new habit of push-ups with the existing habit of making your bed, making it easier to stick to the new habit. Habit stacking is effective because it takes advantage of our existing routines and habits, making it easier to build new ones. It also helps to create a clear trigger or cue for the new habit, reducing the cognitive load required to remember to do the habit. Clear suggests that when creating a habit stack, we should follow a specific formula. After current habit, I will new habit. By using this formula, we can create a clear plan for when and where we will do the new habit, making it easier to stick to. Overall, the lesson of habit stacking is about using existing habits as a springboard for new ones. By stacking new habits onto existing ones, we can create powerful and effective routines that support our goals and make habit formation easier. As Clear puts it, habit stacking is a simple way to bundle habits together and make them stick. Lesson number 4. Use habit stacking and implementation intentions. The habit loop is a cycle that every habit follows, consisting of 3 stages: the cue, the routine, and the reward. The cue is the trigger or signal that initiates the habit. The routine is the behavior or action that follows the cue, and the reward is the positive outcome that reinforces the habit. Clear argues that by understanding and manipulating the habit loop, we can create new habits or modify existing ones more effectively. For example, we can change the cue or the reward to make it more appealing, or create a stronger association between the cue and the routine. One way to modify the habit loop is to experiment with different cues and rewards. For example, if you're trying to build a habit of exercising, you could experiment with different cues such as setting an alarm or leaving your workout clothes out the night before. Similarly, you could experiment with different rewards, such as treating yourself to a healthy snack or watching an episode of your favorite TV show. Clear also suggests that we can create new habits by breaking down larger behaviors into smaller, more manageable routines. For example, if you want to start meditating regularly, you could start by committing to just 1 minute of meditation each day and gradually increase the duration over time. Overall, the lesson of the habit loop is about understanding the fundamental structure of habits. Lesson number 4. And using that knowledge to create effective and implementation intentions. By manipulating the habit loop as a cycle that every habit follows, consisting of 3 stages, or modify existing routine more effectively, and the reward. As Clear puts it, the cue is the trigger or signal that initiates the habit. You can start to see how the routine is the behavior or action that follows can have a big impact. And the reward is the positive outcome that reinforces the habit, not goals. Clear argues that by understanding and lasting changes in our habits, we must shift our focus from specific goals or modify to our identities more effectively. He suggests that when we view ourselves as the type of person who engages in certain habits, to make it more appealing, we are more likely to create a stronger association between the cue and the routine. Instead of setting one way to modify the habit loop is to experiment on becoming the type of person who eats healthy. For example, exercises regularly. If you're trying to build a habit of exercising, by adopting this identity, you could experiment more likely to maintain those habits, setting an alarm, even after reaching our your workout clothes out the night before. Clear suggests that one way to shift our focus towards our identity with different rewards is by using affirmations, such as treating yourself to a healthy snack, that reinforce our or watching an episode of your favorite TV show. For example, if we want to become a more productive person, we can create new habits by breaking down larger behaviors into smaller, more manageable routines. He also emphasizes the importance of creating an environment that supports our desired identity. You could start by committing to just 1 minute of meditation each day. If we want to become a more avid reader, increase the duration we could make sure to have plenty of books in our home. The lesson of the regular reading about understanding the fundamental structure of habits. The lesson of that importance of create effective routines is about shifting our focus from by manipulating the cues and long-term that drive our habits with our desired identity. We can create new habits by adopting an identity that supports our desired habits, as Clear creating an environment that once you understand the habit identity. You can start to see how to change your habits in small ways that can have a big impact. Ultimately, the goal is not to read a book, but to become a reader. The goal is not to run a marathon, but to become a runner. So those are some of the important lessons I learned from Atomic Habits by James Clear. I highly recommend this book to anyone looking to make positive changes in their life through small, consistent behaviors. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.